We first decided to ask some athletes here on the IU track team why they compete. Here are their answers.
I like to give myself the extra intensity and push myself against other people and not just myself.
I don't know. I would say I like to compete mainly because it pushes me to the next level. When I'm running by myself, I never really feel like I'm reaching my full potential, but when others are around me and pushing me to move forward, I feel like I just run that extra little bit faster to get the time and place that I need.
Well, it's fun. Obviously, everybody usually thinks it's fun. But for me, it's not really competing against the other people or runners. It's more like competing against myself. Like, I like pushing my own limits and seeing what I could do. And you know, like, that, like, burn that you get, like, when you, like, get really tired? I love that feeling. So I like pushing that as far as I possibly can and seeing how fast I can go.
There are many reasons as to why track athletes compete today. Running competitively really dates back to 3000 BC, where there are depictions of ancient Egyptians racing around poles in a track-like fashion. This was done at the Heb-Sed festival, where it celebrated the continued rule of the current pharaoh. The Taltine Games are the next known example of ancient competitive running. It started in Ireland around 1800 BC, where sporting events, especially running, were used to celebrate the dead at funerals and also to forge political alliances. Now to the event that everyone, even today, knows about. The ancient Greek Olympiad was started in 776 BC, as the games were originally started to honor the god of the skies, Zeus. However, there are many reasons why the Olympics took place that did not include the ancient gods of the Greeks. After about 200 years, the people became more concerned about winning pride and money than appeasing their gods. Along with that, they competed in the nude to try and portray physical perfection, a trait much acknowledged by the Greeks. So, there are many reasons why humans started to run competitively. But why then did humans begin to run in the first place? What caused them to propel themselves forward so both feet were in the air at the same time, instead of walking like their prehistoric predecessors? After we ask the track athletes why they compete, we next ask them a different question. Why do you run?
Well, at first it was to just get in shape. I was kind of out of shape earlier and I really needed something to, lose a couple pounds. And then I kind of got addicted. It was just like the natural runner's high you got after being outdoors, not in an air-conditioned gym. It just really appealed to me.
There's like a lot of different aspects that go into this. First of all, I feel like I'm my most authentic self when I'm running. Like, if I could describe myself, it would be just how I feel when I'm running. I can't really even put it into words, but I just feel like I'm my most authentic self when I'm running. And I feel like I can do anything when I'm running. I love that feeling of just like being free and going as long and as fast as you possibly can. I just love that.
I would say I like to go out and run, mainly because it feels so natural to me. When I go out on a morning run, I'm alone with my thoughts, I'm running through the woods, I'm one with nature. And then I see the sunrise over a cliff or a mountain. And it just makes me feel like I'm a part of the world for the first time, and like I truly know myself when I'm running.
It just comes really naturally to me. Like, ever since I was little too, I've always loved to run, and I feel like it's just a natural talent that I've been given, and I want to use it to my fullest. So when I'm running, I just feel like I'm doing that, and I love that feeling.
Scientists have recently discovered the reasons our ancient ancestors decided to stand up on two legs was to run. How is this possible, you might ask? Aren't humans some of the slowest mammals on land? While this may be true, what humans lack in speed, they make up for in endurance. When animals run on four legs, their spines compress and expand with every stride, and with it, their stomachs do as well. This makes it hard for them to breathe while running because it limits them to one breath per stride. Humans, on the other hand, because their spine does not bend while running upright, does not have the same problem, so they can run for hours on end without stopping to breathe. After discovering this, David Carrier and Professor Dennis Bramble at the University of Utah began to see if their theory actually checks off. To evolutionists for a long time, scientists did not understand why humans were the only mammals without a tail that could run. The differences in the makeup of the human body that makes it capable of running without a tail are the arches of their feet are curved, their toes are long and skinny, they have Achilles tendons, and they have a strong gluteus maximus, which is only used while running. Our ancestors 4 million years ago had none of these, but the Homo erectus 2 million years did have these features. Dr. Bramble and Dr. Dan Lieberman of Harvard then took this theory one step further to find out why humans would want endurance over speed. At this time, 2 million years ago, the Homo erectus had not developed weapons, so where did they get their supply of meat? Dr. Lieberman thought it was by running. There are ancient stories of African hunters who chased antelope across the plains, and a tale of Tarahumara Indians in Mexico running after a deer until its hooves literally fell off. These tales turned out to actually be true, at least about the Bushman tribe in the Kalahari Desert. The tribe, although the practice is now just a tradition, can run down an antelope on the open plains using teamwork and human endurance. It actually takes only around 2 hours to do as well, with the antelope only being able to hold their fast pace for around 10 minutes. The animal eventually dies from exhaustion if chased in the right way and for long enough. This evolutionist theory, dubbed the running man, is fairly new to the world of evolution, so scientists are hard at work trying to discover as much as they can. But all the evidence is very clear. Humans have always been made to run. In this modern age, people barely exercise anymore, and if they do, it is in an air-conditioned gym with every movement scripted by a personal trainer. All people have to do is start putting one leg in front of the other. As Dr. Lieberman said, just move your legs, because if you don't think you were born to run, you're not only denying history, you're denying who you are.